Hi, it's Jan again. I did a little video yesterday showing you the veggies that I picked up at the boot sale. So I thought, well, what I'll do today is show you the other things that I've been picking up at boot sales for the whole of April. Because I don't pick up enough each week to do a video every week. I do one with Neil on our other channel, Neil and Jan Resellers, but that's 99% of the stuff that Neil's picked up because he's going to be selling it on, and just a couple of bits that I pick up here and there. So these are the things that I've picked up in April. Now, starting off at a jumble sale we went to, I got two beautiful old-fashioned blankets. These are the sort of things that we all had before we had duvets, or as they were known at the beginning, a continental quilt. So anyway, that's the I'm going to be handing things to Neil, my able assistant, so that I can show you things that I've got here. Now, this is one that I picked up yesterday, and a rather charming little chap here. He's a cookie jar. So you take the head off and the cookies go inside, and I picked him up for £1.50, I think.
He's really nice, isn't he?
Yeah, he was originally a promotion one, and he came with cookies in, and I've seen one sell on eBay with the cookies still in, which presumably would be stale by now, for £25 or £26, did I say?
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, that's yesterday's cookie jar. Then I think it was last week I picked these, maybe the week before, but been picking up these Jamie Oliver cookbooks, and they come with a can't remember how much the cover prices were. I know that they were, oh, that one's had the price taken off, but they're all in as new condition. And I've been paying about 50p each for them, and they're, to me, they're more like a, trying to see the angle that I'm showing you, more like a coffee table book. You know, I don't know if people actually use cookery books anymore. I think we all go straight to the internet, and so I've got an aubergine and an overripe grape and a pound of mince. What do I do with it? But Jamie Oliver cookbooks. I think there's a Gordon Ramsay one in there as well, down there. Sorry, I had the book in front of where I was showing you Gordon Ramsay. So I've got Cook with Jamie, Jamie's Great Britain, Jamie Oliver 7 Ways, Jamie's Dinners, Gordon Ramsay Sunday Lunch, and Jamie's 30-minute meals. So 50p each, 51 to, that's about £3 worth of cookery books there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think I added up, when I brought them home, I added up the prices that would have been paid originally. I think it's about £140 worth of books, because they do come out quite expensive. I mean, the Gordon one, I think, Gordon one has a disc inside, and that one's £20. That one didn't have a price. That one's £26 for the Jamie Oliver 30 minutes, £26. £20 for Jamie's Dinners, Cook with Jamie, £26. I've got a feeling there's one missing, because I'm sure I counted up more than that, another £26. But anyway, a lot of money got spent on them originally.
Yes.
And now they're worth 50p each. But would be excellent for propping up a table if you've got a wonky table leg, or keeping the door open on a windy day. So that's. Then at the jumble sale, I picked up a little honey pot. It was a little bee on top there, and I was attracted to that because it reminded me of my nan. She had one of those. Also at a boot sale, picked up a pair of mugs, Portobello by Inspire. I've seen other Portobello by Inspire different patterns sell at about £25 for the pair. I really love this pattern, and it's got a little butterfly inside. I really like the pattern, but for me they're a bit too big. My tea would go cold because it's kind of big and wide open, and it's too much tea, and it would get too... Who's doing that? Is that Echo?
Echo.
Sorry, Echo's making noises. It's what she does best. And at the jumble sale there was a... Can't show you it properly like that. It's a little paperweight. I think I paid £1 for that. Jumble sale prices have really gone up. That's quite pretty. A boot sale find was another cookie jar. This time a duck. I think she's lost her
Seal.
the seal to keep them fresh, but you can buy those. You can get spare seals on eBay, so I think I paid £1.50 for that one. Then for me, I do love my bone china mugs, and I love this shape. I have one of this shape already, different pattern. Neil said let's put her out in the hallway, so that, because she was chewing on a bone in here and she was making a big clattery noise, because it would be quieter. Yeah, let her back in. And the other one that I've got, this shape, is my favourite one at the moment, and when it breaks I thought, well, that will make a good spare. And as I was looking at it, the lady said 50p, and I thought, well, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? So 50p one there. A tie hanger, another 50p bargain to hang all your ties on in the wardrobe. I don't know if you can see it properly like that. I got the angle wrong on the camera, but anyway, tie hanger there. Another thing that I saw from a distance, and I thought, oh, I rather like that. It seems rather cheerful. And just as I was looking at it, the lady moved it, and I noticed that there was a price inside that said 50p. And I thought, well, again, things do get broken, and if I've only paid 50p for them, I don't mind as much. I've got a lot of Jamie Oliver. My crockery is actually, all my plates and bowls and things that we eat from are Jamie Oliver, and when they're £20 a plate and they get smashed in the washing up, it's like, it hurts. But 50p things I don't mind so much. You can take that one away. Kath Kitson bag, or Kidson bag, lovely and clean. I did actually buy a second one from a different lady, but made a big mistake on it, in that when I got it home it had more pockets than this, and the pockets that I'd looked in, everything looked really nice and clean inside, but when I got it home, the back pocket had obviously where she was going out and going to, having food out, she was putting all ketchup and salt and pepper and probably food as well, because it was a little bit of black mould in there, so that's gone. But anyway, this one I think I paid £3, but can't really remember, to be honest. These were from a jumble sale, and they are a lovely little set of Winnie the Pooh books. They all have a cover price of £3.99 on, so as an entire set, so what's 6 fours? My brain is completely gone.
6 for 24.
Is it? I'm thinking
2 6s are 12.
Yeah.
4 6s, 24.
Right, I was for some reason I was thinking I've got more than that there, and I was thinking it was 36, but no. Anyway, somebody paid out originally £4 each for them. I got them for, did I get these, the whole set for £1 at the jumble sale? I can't remember now.
You did. Something like that.
But anyway, again, they're all like brand new inside. Oh, it's not often my brain goes that dead, but clues in the title, Tales from a Broken Brain. Sometimes anything I was thinking just falls straight out. Right, now this one, I used to have a sugar bowl. Well, I always used to use sugar bowls like this. And about 10 years ago, and they get broken, they do get broken because they're in constant daily use. About 10 years ago I broke my last one, and you can't seem to buy them new in the shops anymore. So I've spent 10 years looking for a sugar bowl like this, because I just like them. They're only pressed glass, they're nothing fancy, nothing that brilliant, and you know they're going to get broken. But it used to be you just go to the local hardware store and they'd always have one of these.
It just feels like a proper sugar bowl, doesn't it?
It feels, well, it's the sort my mum had, my nan had, it just feels right. So I've been on the lookout for one of these for the last 10 years, and then all of a sudden on a 50p thing. So I buy one, and then of course you know what happens. Once you've bought one, you see another one. So I got that one for 20p. And I was literally, same boot sale on the, this is the second boot sale that I got this. I got that the first week, this is the second week. Paid 20p for that one, and then there was one for 50p. So I've now got hopefully enough to see me out. So it doesn't mean to say you're permitted to smash them, but if an accident happens and it gets broken, then we've got spares in the cupboard. And things do seem to get broken a lot in our house, and one of the things that really got hammered was all my Jamie Oliver tea plates. It got to the stage where we were down to just one left. You know, the sandwich plates, the smaller ones. And they are really expensive. I can't remember how much the tea plates are. The dinner plates are £20 each. But anyway, I decided not to replace tea plates because they get smashed so easily. But then, so we've been using literally plastic plates ever since, which isn't nice. But then I see a whole pile of plates, 10 plates on a table, slightly bigger than the ones that got broken, but they're a nice size. Marks and Spencer's, so good brand. One of them still had the price on. It was, what was it, £5.99 I think.
Something like that.
So a lot of money's worth, and the woman kept saying they were Marks and Spencer's £5.99 each, and I got the whole pile for £4. So if one or two hit the floor, it won't be a major incident, but it's just nice if we have people around for tea or anything, we can all eat off the same, off matching plates. That's always a winner, isn't it?
It is.
So we've got those. Found a little Cybershot camera case there, and I got that thinking that it would fit the microphone that I'm using right now on my camera, so I can't show you because it's up there. There's also the other camera bag upstairs that I've got to bring down. It's next to my window. Could you get that one for me that I'm using for my cameras? But anyway, it's a Sony Cybershot camera case. I think I paid 50p for that, so it'll get used for something. Somebody will find it useful. I saw these sat on a table. They're just a pile of stacking mugs, and I knew that these are quite resaleable if they're Marks and Spencer's, but lady was saying everything on the table's £1, so I thought, well, for £1 I'll risk it. And it was only after I paid my £1 and put them in my basket that I noticed that these are also Marks and Spencer's. So that's good, because I haven't actually been listing and selling very much. Well, I haven't listed a single thing this year so far. I've been, with everything else that's been going on, we've had a lot of things happening. Neil's been ill, I've been ill, we've had, my daughter's been ill, my son's been ill, one of the dogs has been extremely ill. It's just been, and a huge hole in the roof. Just everything that you could think of that could possibly go wrong has been going wrong. So the last thing on my mind at the moment has been listing on eBay, which is part of the reason why I'm not buying a lot, because I'm not shifting it. So I have progressed from being a reseller and buying things with the intention of reselling into a hoarder, and I just buy them and keep them. it's not what we plan to do. What I need to do is to be selling things, my things that I don't want anymore and other things as well, and paying off credit cards, which I don't have insurance for the dogs. Everything goes onto credit cards, and got quite a lot of money to be paying off from this year alone. And then I found this bag as well. Really nice camera bag, which again I thought, well, I can use that myself. Save me, how much do you think that would have cost you?
I think at least £30.
Yeah, I was going to say we normally pay sort of 30-ish for ours, don't we? So I thought, well, that might not make me any money, but it'll save me a lot. And I think
it might even be £50. I mean, it's low pro or lower pro. It's a good brand.
And do you remember how much I said I paid for it?
£3 was it?
Three or four. I never pay much more than £4 for anything,
like
so it's only a few quid. So a few pounds on that one. Now this I remember was £4. A beautiful. I don't know if that's. It's a Caithness. So they're a limited edition. I'm trying to move it. The camera's doing everything backwards, so when I move it that way it's gone the other direction and my brain can't work out what I'm doing. So anyway, a beautiful Caithness. Now I had said that I wanted to hold the camera so that I could actually bring it in and show you, but that didn't work out very well, so in the end Neil persuaded me it might be better if I sit down and film like this. But I don't know if you can see that at all. It may be that it's blurry for you because I haven't got my glasses on. It's certainly blurry for me, so I just don't know. But anyway, a lovely Caithness one. It's got a serial number on it and it's marked Caithness at the bottom. And it's in purple, and of course my colour's purple. So anything purple I've got to have. Is there anything in that box? No. And then I saw on a table this salt and pepper pot. Now I could see from a distance they were quality, and I just kind of picked one up and said, how much for your salt and pepper pot? And the lady said £3, and then I realised that they were Le Creuset. I'd not actually seen this particular style before. I've had other Le Creuset salt and pepper pots. They both had their little stoppers in the end. She says that they've never been used, whether they have or not. I can't see any sign of use, but Le Creuset is always a good bet. So I've got those. So that's basically what I picked up this week at the boot sale. And boot sailing is something that I've been doing since at least the 80s. I used to go in the 80s. I think my sister took me to my first one. And I used to like going to jumble sales as well. And for anybody abroad, a boot sale in the UK is when people pack up all the stuff they don't want from their house into the boot or trunk of their car, and then it will be held in a field, and you put up a table like this and you spread all your wares out, and you know, you make money out of your old rubbish, and people buy stuff and go home with a bargain, and you've cleared half your house out. A jumble sale, on the other hand, have been going on since I was a little girl, and they will be held in village halls or church halls or anywhere you can get a hall, school halls sometimes, and whoever's organising it would do it for charity or for the church or for the school to raise money for something, and they would just ask everybody in the neighbourhood to donate stuff. So you would just hand stuff over, and all the money raised from it would go to whatever they were doing the jumble sale for. But the beauty of it, certainly when I was little, right up until I nearly met Neil, was that they would have so much rubbish, I say rubbish, but I'm talking really good stuff, that they could afford, you know, there'd be a whole table and things would be 5p or 10p. And so then they all seemed to dry up as boot sales started and really took off. And so the one that we went to early April was the first one that I'd been, certainly the first one Neil and I had been to together, but the first one I'd been to for about 20 years. And I was horrified at how prices have gone up. I was expecting, you know, 50p a pound, and it was like first thing I picked up and said, "What's this?" And she said, £10. I thought, 10?
There used to be a programme called Blue Peter that would organise an appeal, and they would have a bring and buy sale.
Oh, I never went to a bring and buy
That was like a jumble sale where you would
bring stuff and swap it.
You would bring stuff to give to them to sell, but you'd also buy stuff as well.
Oh right, so you didn't actually make any money for handing it over. Well,
no.
But anyway, Neil and I have both got this love of boot sales, and we used to do it before we met each other. In fact, the very weekend that we met at a broomstick rally, and the Sunday morning that we were all packing up to leave, the news of Diana's death broke, so that tells you how long ago it was. Yeah. And on my way home from the rally, there was a boot sale at the side of the road, and I pulled over, even though it was packing up and nearly finished, and it was like the last table on the last stall, and it was the last item, just stood there like the Holy Grail was this chalice that I bought, and has since been photographed and is in various books, because I've used it in ritual in Stonehenge since then. But it just goes to show, don't ever think that you've got to be there at the very beginning, because all the bargains will be gone, because that wonderful thing that is ready and waiting for you might be the very last thing on the very last table of the very last car, and be an absolute bargain. So that's the way I think about it anyway. And then when Neil and I got together, because we'd met that weekend, and then we kind of got together very soon afterwards, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we actually found that we shared a love of boot sales, and we've been to boot sales every time we went on holiday. We'd normally go camping, and so we'd be out in beautiful English countryside driving along. Oh look, there's a boot sale, and we'd be in like...
Absolutely, we'd be in there.
You know, we'd be straight in there, and, you know, we've found some amazing bargains. There was one down in Devon where Neil had, because Neil used to be you used to be a canoeist. You haven't done it for a long time, have you? But he used to be in the English whitewater team and paddle for the country. So he's a very good canoeist, and he just bought a boat
about 6 weeks before.
About 6 weeks before this holiday, in this particular boot sale that had cost about £800.
Yeah.
And then from outside the boot sale, we could see this canoe on a car roof, and so we're itching to get in. Had to wait until they let us in. And it turns out it was down in Devon, I think, because it was near the water. Somebody had bought it for his son, who had never been canoeing before, went out in the ocean, or sea as we call it. The boy had turned it upside down, didn't know what he was doing, the paddle that he had with it was a cheap bit of plastic and not what he should have been using, but panicked him, and he would never go in it after that. So the dad was just selling it £200, and he took a hit of £600 on that canoe, and Neil got a real bargain. So that's one of the better finds that we've had from boot sales. And then of course last year, when I decided that we got too much stuff and I needed to get rid of a whole load of stuff, we'd start selling our stuff, and then we started going to boot sales to see if we could source anything that we could then make a profit from, which has done quite well in some ways. But as I say, this year I've not been photographing things, I've not been listing them, I've just not been doing it. But hopefully things are kind of going to start turning. Neil's standing there and he's doing like...
doing fingers.
He's doing... I have no idea what he's doing.
In the last 12 months I've done £7,000 worth of sales.
Yeah, because Neil started off with, I think I treated him to a £5
box of
DVDs that somebody was selling on Marketplace. And then by selling and reinvesting his money all the time, he actually turned over £7,000 last year, so he's done very, very well. And reinvested it all. So he's doing quite well so far. But unfortunately not enough to retire yet.
No.
But it's beginning to make a difference for Neil anyways. Hoping to get his van back on the road, so my car won't be used for all the dog things and all the boot sailing things, and it means if he wants to go off and do canoeing or go out on his mountain boards or things, all the things that he wants to do that I really don't want in my car, then you can go off and do that. And so...
Absolutely.
So anyway, that was just a very quick showing you what I have picked up this month. That's from the beginning of April right up to, well, we're at the end of April now, aren't we?
We are.
So I thought, well, maybe you'd be interested, maybe you wouldn't, but I hope you did like it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment down below, and I'll make another video soon. Maybe, depends on what catastrophe befalls me, because I seem to be bungling along from one catastrophe to the other lately, but we'll see what happens. Okay, take care. Bye.